Hello everyone, welcome to episode 2 of the Indecisive Knitters. I'm Tiffany. You can find me on Instagram at CraftyTiffany.
And I'm Zoe, and you can find me at Yarnandyonder on Instagram.
Okay, well, grab a drink, get cozy, and we'll start our episode.
So today we'll be talking all about our Knit City experience, which was just this past weekend. So at the time of filming, like 2 days ago.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
Tuesday.
2 days ago. And it was so much fun. I went on Saturday and Sunday. Tiffany went on Sunday. And we were both vending for Val Fibres, which was a really cool experience. Oh,
we have our little badges. She was a sponsor, so we got special tags. They had like different things. There's like one for volunteer, one for vendor, and one for sponsor. So we are extra special.
So that was a really cool experience, and we just wanted to start off the video by going over like our overall impressions before we do our yarn haul, which is the most fun part.
We have so much.
But this is also fun. So just for context, for those of you who don't know what Knit City is, it's an event hosted by a larger like collective called Knit Social, and it's run by Fiona and Amanda, and they plan all sorts of like knitting events, like knit cities around different cities in Canada.
There's usually like Montreal, Vancouver, Calgary, and Toronto.
This is the first Toronto one, right?
I think so.
I think. And they do like retreats, just like a bunch of other like community events.
Yeah, so I guess we'll start with our overall impressions. We might like slip in a couple clips that we filmed while we were there, but in terms of actual shopping time and like wandering around, we didn't have that much time, so everything was a little bit rushed, so we didn't get that much filming content, I guess. Yeah, so I guess you can start with how it went on Saturday for you.
Saturday for me, it was really busy. I think it was like a bit busier than Saturday, but the overall
busier than Sunday.
Sunday, sorry, but the overall consensus is that it was like pretty steady throughout the weekend, which is good. It did get like really crowded around lunchtime, which surprised me because I thought people would be on lunch, but that's when the crowd kind of came in.
Maybe everyone had the same thought.
Yeah, they were like, I'm going to go before lunch. But generally, I thought the event was super well organized. Like I was talking to Debbie from the Loving Path Yarn, and she was telling me that the capacity of the ballroom was like at 3,000, but they had capped tickets pre-sales at 2,000, and then kind of held off until 12 p.m. on the day of the event to release the what's it called, like in-person tickets, like the on the day of tickets, just so that they would be able to monitor and not reach capacity and not have it be like unsafe for everyone at the event.
Yeah, because I think sometimes, like, I remember Knit City Montreal, I don't know if they did the same thing last time, but like I remember when I first went, I think I went on Sunday, but I went early in the morning, so it was really busy, and it was to the point where I just got trapped in a booth for like 5 minutes because there were so many people.
Like, couldn't make your way.
I just couldn't get out. They were way too busy. But I think it was much better this time, at least when I walked around the couple times I got to go.
Yeah, there were some areas of like blockages. I know that the organizers did their best. When we were setting up, they would ask vendors if they were too far out into the hallway to like bring stuff back in. But some booths got really like the hallway that Sonder Yarn was in. It was like there was like a little closure there. It was it was very hard to get through.
Actually, that's the booth I got stuck in last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Okay, so. I think it was Sonder Yarn. I think they just have so much stuff that they want to show. And like they have a lot of extra furniture, so it makes their booth a little smaller in terms of walking space. But yeah.
And thoughts on vending? Or you've already done, you were vending.
So I've vended with Val before. I did it for her a couple months, I think 2 or 3 months ago at Hamilton Fiber Forge. It was really fun. Like it was just like I got to talk to people about yarn for like the whole time. I think Val really got into having samples for the booth because she noticed like how much more yarn was sold with it. But this time I think it was extra special for me because my pattern that I designed was being sold at the booth. We also had a sample for it at the booth. So like, and Val put it like right at the front of the booth. So like everyone who walked by was like constantly touching it, looking at it.
Put a picture
Oh, hopefully I can put Zoe's pictures up here.
Yeah, and because Tiffany wasn't there on Saturday, right? So I was reporting back to her, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, dude, your shawl is doing so well! Like everyone's like, it caught everyone's eye. If you were there, you'll recognize this shawl, the white and blue." And it was like, it was just so cool seeing people like interact with us and like with the sample and the yarn like all together, and then there was like a really nice lady, and she said she's like a sailor, and the patterns reminded her of sailboats.
Yes, I've heard that one a lot.
Yeah, and people would like try it on because Val had a mirror in the booth, and it was like really sweet. Like there were like I made a list of all the like really cute interactions, and I was like, Tiffany, people want you to keep designing. Like, yeah.
Which is unfortunate because I don't know if I like designing enough to keep doing it. I've like thought of like extending the pattern so that it's like not just the asymmetrical triangle. Like maybe I can make a cowl version and like stuff like that. Then it's not as much work as making a whole new pattern.
Yeah, I think a hat would be cute.
A
Like,
hat? Oh yeah.
To match.
That's
or like
true. Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. I have time this summer, so maybe I can figure that out. Yeah.
Yeah, but that was super fun.
Yeah. Val had a really interesting setup because like people really love touching her yarn because she has like really nice merino cashmere nylon yarn. And so what she does is she just unwinds the skein and leaves it in like a puddle. Yeah. Zoe has a really weird video of this, but she leaves it in a puddle on like her table. So like everyone just comes by and like touches it. And it actually attracted a lot of people. Like they like people would be like, "Oh yeah, like I was all the way at the door and I saw that like weird pile." So I had to come and see what that pile was. So like it's a weird I don't think it's weird. I think it's just like it's an interesting way to display the yarn, and so it always catches people's attention, and so they always want to come by and like check out what it is.
Yeah, and that was like a Sunday thing also because on Saturday the booth was completely different. And then they made changes like even throughout the day on Saturday, but also like between Saturday and Sunday to see like, oh, like what would work better. And that was really cool to see, to think about like, oh, how are people interacting with the booth and how could we like make it more accessible, like maybe make them feel more welcome to come in. That's why they put the table on the left. There was before it was like shelves.
Yeah, because it was really interesting because the first time, like I remember seeing it on Instagram like the morning of on Saturday, and I remember seeing like the brown, I don't know what it was.
Yeah.
But it wasn't there when I got there on Sunday, and I was like, did I just imagine
that?
No,
that was something also that changed. So yeah, it was cool seeing the setup change. The pools of yarn was also different because before they were like just hanging. It was still unwound, but it was like hanging.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because she did that at Hamilton Fiber Forge as well, actually, because like everyone kept like touching it and it just like undid itself, so she just let it sit there. But like I think she had a table that time, which is why it was on the table the first time. So when I saw it this time, I was like, oh, she's doing it again. I was like, it's the exact same thing. I didn't realize she didn't have a table in the first one. I actually think the table makes the booth look smaller. Either that or whoever filmed it was really good at making the space look huge. Because when I saw the booth, I was like, this is like half the size I expected.
Yeah, I think the table definitely takes up more space, but somehow it makes it feel more approachable. Because I think if you have like the shelves on all sides, 3 sides, maybe it feels more like caged in. So then you don't feel like going in.
I guess that's true.
There's more like open vertical space with the table.
Okay, that's true. Yeah, and then it was also good because like we kept standing outside the booth. The second me and Val like stepped outside of the booth so that we're not inside crowding the space, like immediately like more and more people would walk in. So I think it's also just the amount of space in there that makes a really big difference for how much people walk in and stuff.
Yeah. The booth across from us, I think it was Art Feel from Montreal. At the beginning of Saturday, they had a 2 booth setup, so it's like long with like 2 walls.
And they were a corner.
Yeah, and they were a corner, yeah. So they had, on Saturday morning, they had one of their like banners in the middle of the booth, and like you couldn't see anything behind it. And then they moved it to like one side, and I was like, oh my gosh, there's like so much space. So it was like a really big difference. So it was cool, like seeing things be dynamic over the day. Like it wasn't just like, here's my booth setup and it's gonna be like this. Like you can just change anything.
Yeah, you just change. I think a lot of people just change their setup. It's also because of the amount of stock that they have. Like as they sell out throughout the day, they have to like redesign it so it doesn't look like, oh, why is this the weird empty space here?
Yeah, even like Botanical Yarns and a lot of also other vendors had discounts on the second day. Like, so that's like, I guess another, some people talk about the pros and cons of going on Saturday versus Sunday. And I guess Sunday, like Saturday, there will be more stock, but on Sunday,
there's more sales.
Yeah, you might have reduced prices because Botanical Yarn, she came from the UK, and so her sign was like 15% off because I don't want to bring this stuff back with me. She had a lot of stuff, so.
Yeah, and then I think it's also like if you go on Sunday, it's more chill, it's less overwhelming, I think. Or at least that's what I've been told. I don't know if you actually, I don't know how much you walked around on Saturday.
I walked around a decent amount.
Okay.
I was like, Val, I'll just walk around, and then an hour later, I was like, oh, I only did half of the room, but I have to go back now.
Yeah, that happened with her as well. I kept trying to get her to shop, but she's like, if I leave this booth, I'm gonna lose all of my money.
Yeah. Okay. Acquisitions?
Yeah.
The exciting stuff?
The exciting stuff. Okay, so I think we're gonna do yarn first. Since we were already talking about Val, we can talk about our sort of like payment, I guess, for vending. Did you want to go first? Or
sure. I
think you have more stuff, so you should usually go first.
Yes, I'm the big spender here. So this is the Skein that I chose. We're at the couch. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully it's in focus. It's called Sweet Dreams. And this is one of the merino cashmere nylon bases that we were talking about. It's just so soft, and I was touching it throughout the day. Like as I was at the booth, I just kept on like touching it.
I did the same.
Like I need this. It's super soft. Like you guys have to feel it. And I really like Val's speckles. I think they look really good. She had another one that was similar to this one, but it was like pink and green speckles. This one's like pink with yellow speckles. And I think I'm going to be making the Ripple Camisole by Jessie May with this. Yes, because I want just a one skein, like, easy project. That'll be, like, really nice to wear.
Yeah, I think that would be really cute. I also got the merino cashmere nylon. So this is, it's really cool because it has, like, blue, is that purple? Burgundy? I don't know. And then there's, like, grayish green. This one is called Regal Slate. I'm hoping that focuses. So I don't actually know what I'm doing with this yet, but I actually got 2 skeins of this last time I vended with Val. My shirt is falling off. I got this the last time I vended with Val, so I was like, oh, if I get a 3rd skein, hopefully I can make a sweater or something. I might do something simple like the foundation pullover maybe by Rachel Costello. That's a very simple tee, and I think that would be really cute with all the different colors because it's not textured or anything, so it should look nice. But yeah, I don't know if it's been 20 minutes because my watch turned off.
Oh no.
Okay, we still have 7 minutes.
We still good. Okay.
Sorry.
Should I do all the wandering clock together? That makes sense, right?
Yes, we can do that.
So the next booth that we went to was the Wandering Flock. We were literally like our diagonal neighbors.
Yeah, they were like, we could just like watch them from our booth. It was really nice.
Yeah, and yet I saw Geraldine throughout the day, and she was like, you better come quickly because we're selling out. This was in the morning on Saturday. And I was like, oh, no way. Like,
selling out
stuff.
Saturday morning.
And then I came later on Saturday to actually shop there. Like, it took me the whole day before I got there. Then I was like, oh, yeah. Like, yeah, the thing that I kind of wanted is, like, gone.
Oh,
no. But I think, well, they still had it, just like in a different weight. So instead of the fingering for Candied Peaches, which is their exclusive in-person colorway, I got the Mohair, which I will show now.
Okay, but that's the unfortunate thing. The reason why they sold out of the fingering so quickly is because the postal service lost
the entire box.
The entire box of like 140 skeins or something.
And apparently there were also like bags in there.
Yeah, but also it's shipping today.
Oh, really?
It arrives today. They found it.
Oh.
But I think she's already back in New York now.
So someone's going to have to collect it. And
Well, I think it's probably going to get shipped to the knitting loft and they're going to sell it from there.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I remember her saying they would sell leftovers at the knitting loft. So that's the good thing. But like it was really unfortunate to have that entire box just disappear on her.
Yeah, that was really sad.
I know.
But not sad is the yarn that we got.
Yeah.
So we got to meet Geraldine from the Wandering Flock and everyone else at the booth, like Serena. I don't know everyone's names, but yeah, Ozuko Knits. Like we met a lot of people. It was very cool because they're not at all like, because some of the vendors we see at a lot of the Canadian festivals because they're Canadian, but Geraldine and the Wandering Flock, they're from New York, so I know a lot of people were very excited that they were here and they came to like see them.
Because then we don't have to pay like shipping and customs and stuff.
So it's very special. Their booth was so cute. These are the two mohairs that I got.
It's upside down.
Oh. Is the logo also?
I think it was upside down.
No. Well, it's kind of in a circle.
Oh,
so maybe.
yes.
But, this is Candied Peaches in Super Kid Mohair, 20% silk, and it's a lace weight. And I think someone at the booth was wearing, on both days actually, like 2 Skein Mohair projects. I don't remember what the first one was. It was maybe the Aura top, something like that. Like it had a peplum. And then the second day she was wearing the Shelly top, and she said I could make that with the 2 skeins. But I'm thinking I might make the Phantom Fuzz by Park and Knit.
Yeah.
I think Park and Knit. Yeah. To like really show off this color. It's so cute. It's like the sweetest pink ever. And it has like specks of orange and like magenta and purple. Yeah.
Yeah, we have like all the speckles. But also like her Super Kid Mohair is like I think it's normally kid mohair, but this is like, it's so soft. Like normally I hate mohair because it's so scratchy, but like this is like, it doesn't feel like mohair.
Yeah,
if that makes sense.
Soft. Someone actually, when I was at the booth, Geraldine was talking to someone about the bases, and I didn't really understand. It was very technical terms, something about milled.
She gets them milled herself.
Yes,
is what I heard. I forget all the details, but her yarn is very, very soft. Nice. And yes, nice.
Yes. And we got a free sticker.
A little sweater sticker. Oh! On the back it tells you how to care for your wandering flock projects.
Oh, that's so cute. That's a really good idea.
I don't know what this is. I hope this focuses.
We will see. And then the second skein that I got from them was an impulse purchase on 3 minutes before or when they were closing, so I apologize.
It was actually really funny because they were selling all the furniture that they had to display the yarn because they're not going to bring it back to New York. So like we were like in the booth like panicking and we're like, we want to buy this, but then like one of the staff would come by and like move all the yarn out of the way. They were like, sorry, someone's taking this table.
Yeah, so we were very It was very like,
it was very chaotic.
It was just like chaotic. It was like literally the last 3 minutes of the whole event.
Yeah.
And so this was a bit of an impulse purchase, but I really wanted something else from the Wandering Flock. So I got this neon coral. It's their DK Super Wash Extra Fine Merino. It's also super soft. It's a super like sweet color, but it's still like very bright and like very like
neon pastel.
Neon pastel. So I don't know, maybe this will be a hat. I don't like any of the hats I've knit, so maybe not a hat because I really want to like the project that I make with this. Mittens maybe.
Yes.
Yeah.
That would be the softest mittens.
Okay.
So I also bought from the Wandering Flock because they are some of my favorite dyers. Oh, we're gonna get cut off.
Yeah,
soon.
maybe we should start
I'll talk
with
this.
your
Okay.
Okay, let me stop the video.
Anyways, I also got 2 skeins from the Wandering Flock because they are probably one of my favorite yarn dyers. This is a little bit squished. But I got I think it's called the Neon Kelly. It is a very pale mint green, I want to say. But yeah, it is also, it's in the same base that Zoe got for her panic purchase. This is the 100% Superwash Extra Fine Merino in DK weight. I don't fully know what I'm going to make with this yet. I think my best choice is probably going to be like a little tank top. And then with the extras, I can make like mittens or something. I think is my best choice. I'm super excited, and I don't know, it's just really pretty.
Yeah, we were so indecisive at the booth. Like,
oh
it was
God.
so Indecisive Knitters.
Indecisive Knitters.
Yes, we lived up to our name at the booth. We were there for a very long time. I visited the booth like 4 times before I made my purchase. I kept going back.
I also did the same. I went in the beginning and it was really funny because I actually met someone new there. I think her name was Janet. But like I was talking to her for a really long time and she could see me like pick up a skein and like look at it and then I'd walk around and pick up another skein and stare at it. I actually texted Zoe before she got there and I was like, okay, I'm deciding between Sunsets in Brooklyn and Holographic Dreams. As you can tell, I bought neither of those. But I debated for a really long time between the other two, and somehow, I don't know how we ended up here, but we got this instead.
Yeah, it was just like a lot of consideration. Like, what am I going to make with this?
Yeah,
am I actually going to wear this? Does this match like my vibe,
skin tone?
Like, does it go well? Yeah. Like, are there enough skeins? Because that was also a
question. That made me so sad because I think Sunsets in Brooklyn, I really wanted to make a sweater out of it, but they only had fingering weight, I think. And then, but then for this one, I actually really wanted to make a tank top, but they only had DK weight, and I was worried that would be too hot. Yeah. But I got it anyways. Maybe I'll make a tee, so it's slightly better. But yeah. Anyways,
that'd be really cute.
Yeah.
Skyline? Oh no, Skyline is fingering. My bad. Sorry. You see the light disappear from your eyes just now.
I was so excited. I love the Skyline. Yeah. Okay. I think that's all we have for the Wandering Flock. Oh, you should probably stay tuned though, because we have something potentially happening with the Wandering Flock for the Indecisive Knitters. But more information on that later as we confirm things.
I don't know why I did that. Sorry. Wish I could cut that out. Okay. Next, maybe we'll talk about one of the biggest surprises of the event and one of our highlights, which was meeting Robin from Rosehill Yarns. And on Saturday, I had walked around to their booth, and I was like, wow, I really love the colorways here. But I also wanted to wait until Tiffany was like there on Sunday to guide my purchasing. It was so funny. I was talking to someone at Sticks and Stones, and I was like, yeah, I need my friend to like help me decide. And she was like, yeah, we all have a decider. And then she was like, she's my decider. And she was talking to the owner of the store. So it was really cute.
That is really cute. But yeah, I guess the story behind how we first looked around the booth is, so I want to make a festival blanket. I guess I can pull up the notes. So I'm trying to buy a mini skein from every yarn festival that I attend. Okay, I have not gone to this many. First, before you freak out, I got like a mini advent from someone at one of my first festivals. So that's like 12 of these. There's more in this bag, but this is like the majority of it. But yeah, so I'm trying to buy a mini skein from every festival that I attend so that I can put it all into a little blanket, and it's like a blanket of memories. And so I was looking around to try and find some minis to add to that blanket. And so the first thing I saw when Zoe brought me to Rosehill Yarns was this like mini skein set. And I was like, this is so cute. And so I like immediately grabbed it. And then we sort of like went up to like the front desk, not front desk.
Yeah, like the
actual checkout counter. And we started talking to them.
And you asked...
oh, yeah. No, because we were just, like, talking about how pretty her colors were.
Oh, yes.
And then, like, Zoe was, like, complimenting all of her yarn. She was like, it's so pretty. And she was, like, fangirling over it. And then I just went for it. I was like, oh, is there any chance you take, like, sample knitters or anything? And then she literally was just like, actually, yeah, like... She's like, just take that and make whatever you want from it.
Yeah.
And I was like, wait, but I wanted to add this to my blanket. And she's like, oh, okay, then you buy one and then just take another one and you can make whatever you want out of it. I was like, what?
This is your sign to shoot your shot.
Yeah. This is how things happen. So yeah, so she was like, yeah, just buy one set and then you can take another one home and you can just make whatever you want from it and then ship it to me. But then I think I don't remember what you did next.
I was like, do you have any other sample knitting opportunities? Because I really wanted to sample knit. And then she was kind of like thinking about it. She was like, what do you like to knit? And I was just like, anything but color work, basically, because I don't want to screw that up. And then she was like, oh, I really want to see this knit up. It's one of her recent, is it a kit? Well, because
it's like a set.
It's a set. It's like a color set. It's called Songbird because maybe we can
there's
put a
like an
picture
inspiration
here.
photo. I'll put up the photo.
Yeah, and that was like the inspiration behind the palette here. So
this is the DK weight.
Yes, this is a DK weight, and she like showed me this and was like, you can knit something out of this. And then immediately, it was pretty immediate. Yeah, immediately what came to mind is the Northwoods V-neck because I saw samples of it like everywhere. Like Karen from Unwind had one. Leo and Roxy had one at their booth at Woolstock that I saw.
Yes.
And I've just been wanting to knit it since. And I was like, this is perfect. It's like, you know, it's like good to show off the colors. It's like stripy. It always looks good. So that's what this will be made into.
Yes. I forgot to say, this is the Meet Me in the Moonlight set. But I don't think I put it up close. So it's actually supposed to be a fade. So it's like this skein, this skein, this skein, this skein, and then this skein. Sorry, this one and then this one. Yeah.
I should probably say the colorways also for these.
I don't have the colorways for these, but I will put them in the description.
And this is the June or May club. It's one of their yarn clubs.
Oh, what?
Yeah, and look, it says yarn club on the... So that's why she was like, she really wants to see it knit up because it's so recent. It just like came out.
Yeah.
She doesn't have any samples yet, so she wants to see it made up.
Yeah, I was checking her Instagram last night, and it was like her second most recent post. So it is very new
release. Okay, so this together is like the Songbird collection or like set. The colorways individually. So this turquoise is called Plume. Do I need the hand? I don't know.
Your hand's too small.
I know it doesn't really do anything, so maybe I'll stop. This mustard is called Dijon. Dijon.
Like the mustard.
The purple, the darker purple is called Nightshade. Then the lighter purple is, or not lighter, but it's like
the fuchsia
purple is called Grapeseed. And then this dark blue is called Space.
Ooh. Do you have a favorite? I put you on the spot.
Oh,
sorry.
I really like the turquoise. Like, not for myself. Well, for myself. Plume. But like, yeah, I don't know. They're all super nice. I would say the turquoise.
I like Space.
Yeah, and actually, Melissa from Alley Cat was talking about how that's her name, right? Melissa? Yes. She was saying how she wanted to knit like a true turquoise like this, and it's really hard to achieve dye, and it's really hard to like achieve this color. So she was like really.
Oh yeah, we can put our little video of her mini wall. You can see there's a whole section of turquoise. I guess because she was trying really hard to replicate this, or not replicate, but like she had this in her mind and she wanted to make it herself, but like it was just too hard. But yeah.
So you'll see these sample knitted up soon.
Oh yeah, so she wanted this done for Knit City Calgary, which is in August. I'll try to put the dates up because I don't remember the numbers. But yeah. It's very exciting.
Yeah. Is that all the yarn we have? That's all the yarn I have.
I think that's all the yarn I have.
We can get on to notions, which you only have one thing for notions.
Yeah, I'll pick it. I'll show it when you get there.
I have like 5.
Yeah, Zoe went a little crazy.
I know.
Over the weekend.
I go ham with notions because like for my stash, I'm like, okay, you know what? I can see why I shouldn't buy more yarn. And it is more expensive, but the notions are like little cheaper things.
That's true.
That can bring you just as much joy for your knitting. So, let's start. By the way, this project bag was featured in the last video, but I didn't mention. It's made by my best friend, Julia.
Oh my god, that's so cute.
Yeah, and she sews. And like she went to school for like fashion design. She's a very good seamstress. Yes, and she made this for me.
Maybe she can teach me how to.
Yeah, so we can make our own project bags.
I want to make my own project bag.
Yeah, and speaking of bags, so the first thing I got is so cute. So this is a little peach like notions pouch by Mindfulness Makes. It's Katie from Mindfulness Makes. Sorry, there's a lot of jingling in there. and it's like a little pouch, and I just wanted it to keep my notions, especially my scissors and my embroidery needle, which are like very sharp, and they were just like hanging out in my bag, and I could stab myself. So
yeah, this is a little too sharp.
Yeah, so I kept those in there. It's so cute. I love the orange zipper coordination going on. Okay, so that was from Mindfulness Makes, and also from Mindfulness Makes. She gave us a bunch of freebies. Like she had a little wheel. Spin the wheel. At her booth.
Yeah, so you spin the wheel, and it's like you can get 5%, 10%, or 50%. That one's obviously like only one sliver. And then, or you can get free stitch markers. So she just lets you spin. I went at like the last 10 minutes of the day, so she was like, she let me spin, and I was like, please, free stitch marker, because the discount only applies on that day.
Right.
And like I hadn't thought of what to buy, so I was like, I would rather have free stitch markers than any sort of discount. So then it landed on 5%, and I was like, no, and she just like took the wheel and like turned it one over, and I was like, wait, really? And she's like, yeah, just take it.
Yeah.
I have too much.
I didn't spin the wheel either. She just like put it in the pouch. She's like, here you go. And I think when you're a vendor also, like when they see your vendor tag, they do give you a little bit like.
Oh yeah, we get a bit extra because we were helping with vending. Like the Wandering Flock actually had 20% off for vendors, which is partially why we bought so much from them.
Yeah, so it's really nice that they have like that little vendor connection.
I was gonna say vendor benefit, but
vendor benefit. Yeah. This isn't really like a notion, but there's this online magazine that it was the booth next to Val, so we talked to them. And they're called Knitty Mag. It's free. I'm an ambassador now, which means that you can ask me about it, and I have a card and information that I can give you. They're just trying to make knitting patterns more accessible, so they're funded by patrons. And so the people using it don't have to pay, and they have like free patterns and resources, and they're trying to kind of like reach more younger people now, because they know that they started in 2002.
Oh,
and I had no idea about them, so I have never heard of you. And then they said, like we're trying to reach you guys because most of the people who know us are like from the previous generation. Yeah, so we want to like expand. Also from the event, where did the pin go? I actually had it in here. Oh no. I had a pin. Oh, here it is. A Knit City Toronto pin.
It's actually a really nice pin.
It is really... holding it like this. It's like a pin, and I just wanted something to remember the day, and I didn't really need another project bag. Like, so the merch table, I have a picture of it, maybe we can put it up.
Yeah.
They had like sweaters, really cute like shirts and stuff, project bags, exclusive colorway. Oh yeah. One exclusive colorway.
Two
yarn.
Exclusive colorways.
Oh, two.
There was one from the Blue Brick, and I forgot who the other one was.
Yeah, but I thought this pin, I use pins pretty often, like I put them on stuff, so.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, and then I think the last thing, yes, the last thing, is my haul from Sticks and Stones, and they had a really cute, if you were there, they had a really cute, like, mini Skein candy bar, and they were a corner booth, like, it was hard to miss.
I didn't even see it. I literally went to the booth, they had a mini Skein
candy bar, like, so it was so cool. So they set it up like you had like a bunch of mini Skeins and like a little like buffet style thing with like the tongs, and like they give it to you in a cup, and you choose like you bundle them up. Cute. It was super cute. I think maybe it was more like fleshed out on Saturday because they had more like stuff to put in there.
That's true.
But they're a store in North Bay. They like have a brick and mortar store, I learned. And they said they have like 4 more yarn festivals or something this summer. Ooh. Like they're very like, they'll out probably there. Be at a festival if you go. So I got these, I don't know if it's worth showing the outside. They called them noodles, knitting noodles. Stitch holders noodles. Knitting noodles is what they're called. But they're just barber cord, and I was really looking for more because I only had a little bit and it just was not enough. So there are these cords. If you don't know, they're like hollow tubes. And then you put them on the end of your needles, like you stick one end, and then you can slip your stitches off in place of like using waste yarn. Yeah, if you watched our first episode, you saw Zoe struggling with her really, really long ones attached to her sleeves. Yeah, so there's that. I also bought this measuring tape because I thought it was cute and pink. Oh, that was probably so loud. Anyways, it's pink and it's retractable and it's just more compact than having like a loose measuring tape in my bag, which I had.
When I went to that booth with her and she was like, I'm just gonna buy one thing. And I found out just now that she bought two. Actually, no, sorry. I knew you got the knitting noodles. There's another one that she's about to show. But she told me she wasn't going to buy the measuring tape because she didn't need it.
Oh, yeah, I did see that.
And I had no idea she bought it until now.
It was so fun. If you were probably there, I don't know if I would have added it on. But because it was like near the end of the festival, and I was like, okay, I'm just going to like buy it and like add that too. And then the last thing that I got from there, which is like super exciting, is a cake holder. Yes.
Portable cake holder.
Yes. And these are really popular at their booth. They said they did really well for these, and I can see why. So they're like resin or like acrylic or something. But they have like these super fun designs, and all of the other ones also look just as pretty. This one is just like, it's like rose quartzy.
It's the most pink one you could find.
The most pink one with sparkles. And it's two pieces. There's like the middle cake, like this stick, and then the bottom base part. And then it has like a hook and a wrist handle. Yeah. So basically, I've always wanted this because I saw vendors like doing this as they were like vending. So you put it on your wrist, and then as you're knitting, like, it's so smooth. It's like,
yeah, it's just
like you like knit and then it like rotates, and there's no tangles, and your cake isn't gonna fall over, and you can knit while standing up or walking or like in bed. I don't know. You can. I don't think you can
do it in bed.
That's probably true.
It's not gonna hang. Have to, like, it needs to hang. So this is really good for when you're like on the go and like maybe you're like waiting in line or something.
Wrist accessory. It's so cool. Like people are gonna be like, what is that hanging from your wrist? You know, like as I knit. So very cool.
I've always been scared to get those though, because I'm scared that it like puts too much weight on your wrist.
Maybe, and then you'll knit weird.
But you don't really get pain when you knit.
Not so I think I just knit so slowly that it doesn't really do anything.
Yeah. Okay, was that all your notion?
That was all my notion.
We got cut off again.
Yes. But it's okay. We were just talking about how I'm a slow knitter, so I don't really get wrist problems.
Yeah. I think that was the last of our acquisitions.
Mm-hmm. I'd say we have like a pretty big haul. Yeah. Especially between the two of us. Like, yeah. I was very happy, but you know, like I was also like, oh, maybe I should go on a yarn ban and not buy anything. But you know, you're there.
It's a big festival. Why not?
Yeah, and you get chances to like buy things that you wouldn't otherwise get to see in person. Yeah. Buy without shipping, which sometimes is like a barrier to buying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, also Jackie and her sister were there with me, and they also got a bit of a haul, so I'm going to put a picture of our combined hauls without Zoe's. Mm-hmm. Jess took a very aesthetic picture for me, so I have to show it off here. Yeah, so I guess the last thing that I sort of got out of this was they had a Toronto Knitters Guild.
I didn't know we had a guild in Toronto.
I've heard of it, but I was like, I'm not really in Toronto that much to be able to benefit from it. But they had like a little booth where you can like spin a wheel and you can get like free yarn, free books, free notions.
Free bookmark, which I got.
But with my awesome luck, I actually won a membership to the guild. I think it's like $60 per year. And you get like really cool benefits. I forgot to check them out before this, but I know there's like discounts on like 10% discounts at like different yarn stores and stuff. They also host, Zoe's checking right now, but they host like talks and stuff every month, I think, or every couple months.
Yeah.
One of the next ones is knitting. Ouch, avoiding injury. So I'm gonna attend that one because I really need to stop hurting myself while knitting. But yeah, they have a lot of cool things. I'm pretty excited that I got it. Yeah. I didn't really know what it was at the time, so I was just like, okay, I'll put my email. I don't know what's going on.
And I was like, you just got a $60 worth membership.
And I was like, wait, what? Like, I thought this was like a $5 membership. I didn't really know what it was, and I still don't. But I'm excited to see what they have for me to take advantage of.
And then we also didn't want to just talk about materials, but also, or not materials, but like material objects, but also the friends we made along the way.
Oh, you're so cheesy.
But yeah, it was so nice. Like, I think one of the best parts of going was seeing people that you only see through your screen, like on Instagram, and just like recognizing them in person. Some people I didn't recognize right away, and I had to pull up the Instagram and do a little like.
Like, is that the? Do you think that's the? She actually like was looking at me. She's like, "You know this person, right? Does that one over there?" Like, we're like 3 booths away. She's like, "Does that one look like this person?"
But we got to meet so many people. I don't want to name like everyone because there's just so many. But like we already mentioned Geraldine from the Wandering Flock.
Yes.
So I'm gonna categorize. I'm gonna like start with the podcasters because maybe people who watch this podcast might watch other podcasts. So Geraldine, does Geraldine do a podcast or she does Instagram lives? But people will probably know Geraldine. I saw String Things by Mel, Maker Bee, made by M. Wu, High Fiber Knits, and Lily Kate Makes. It's just like cool, like it felt like meeting famous people. It's very cool.
Yeah, it's actually really interesting though, because like Zoe's side of like the knitting Instagram is like makers, like people. Sorry, not everyone is makers, but like knitters. I guess like people whose like entire accounts are just for knitted products. But I actually focus a lot on like the actual like hand-dyed like indie dyers. And so we also noticed like during the festival, like she would always talk to like the customers because she recognized them, and I would always talk to the vendors because I've like messaged them a lot. So yeah, it's really interesting to see that we gravitate towards different audiences, I guess.
And we like bring each other into our respective spheres. Yeah, we also got to see other, like I'm thinking of like non-podcaster people, but Instagram people you may recognize. Yoon from Unique Crafts. We saw Karen from Unwind Yarn House. Okay, I guess I won't talk about the vendors because they were like obviously there.
Well, I guess we can mention some of the vendors because we also have clips of their booths. But yeah, we can do that after if you want.
Yeah, who else did we? Full Moon Fibres.
Yeah, we looked at Full Moon Fibres.
Botanical Yarn had an amazing booth. It was really nice to see like the all pink.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think you just liked it because it was pink.
I just loved the booth.
The entire booth was pink. Alley Cat Yarns.
Yes, Alley Cat Yarns and her beautiful mini wall.
I love her mini wall. I love staring at it every time I see her. I don't think we got a video, but Pretty Strings, Karen from Pretty Strings was vending with Delphina Collective. I should have taken videos of my samples, but I forgot to.
Oh no, I have pictures of some of your samples.
Oh, okay, so maybe we'll put that up.
I have actually I just have one picture.
Of
your Rumble Raglan at the Frosted Stitch.
Yeah, so there's also Krista from the Frosted Stitch that we got to meet, as you saw from the soak. Yeah,
it was so funny. Some people I saw like on Instagram the day after, their stories of Knit City, and I was like, wow, I was there too. And then some of them would be like, oh yeah, like sorry we didn't catch each other. Some people were like, oh yeah, funny story. I actually talked to you because it was a picture of Tiffany's shawl from the booth, and I was like, I was actually working at that booth, and they were like, yes, I actually talked to you, but I just didn't know whether it was you, so I didn't say hi.
That's so unfortunate.
And I was like, oh, so I like talked to these people and I didn't even realize.
Yeah.
And some people, we made some new friends. Like there were some people who said they were going before the event started, and then I like slid into the DMs and I was like, hey, like I didn't talk to you before, but like let's be friends. And then we met up at the festival, and like we're planning some things, like some cafe knitting things. Yeah, which should be really fun with just like people in the Toronto area.
Yeah, it would be really cool to have like some knitting friends in the Toronto area because like I basically only know you.
Yeah. Yeah, so like
so it would be nice to actually meet more people.
Yeah, and like have like knitting groups. That'd be knit nights. Very cute.
Actually, that's a lie. I went to Good Grief Yarn for their knit night once. It was really fun. They were very, very welcoming. I recommend going to those. Yeah, it's very cute.
Yeah, I hear there's some through the Knitting Guild at the Knitting Loft also.
Oh, maybe.
I think they mentioned that.
Maybe I can go now.
But they have some at different like yarn stores. They have one at Yarns Untangled downtown.
Yeah.
But yeah, like check your local yarn stores to see if there's like knit nights.
Yeah.
And apparently there's a bunch of other knitting groups that I just don't know about, but there's like probably multiple in Toronto.
Yeah, we need to explore that a little more.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, anyways, our overall experience of Knit City Toronto was very good,
5
obviously.
stars out of 5.
So we keep saying she wants to go back.
I know.
But yeah, I think it was really, really fun. And we are hopefully, maybe, thinking about going to Knit City Calgary.
Because a lot of makers we sample for, or like Rosehill yarns we met at Knit City Toronto, are from Calgary.
Yeah, and then the person that we sampled it for, I think Zoe showed her Moon Crush pullover last time for Catherine. She's also going to be vending there, so hopefully we can help her out as well. That would be really fun.
Yeah. But I think that's all for a Knit City. Like, there's just so much. If we talked about our full Knit City debrief, we'd be here for much long.
Longer. I mean, we are already at like 45 minutes again.
Yeah.
We did say this episode would be shorter, but we were too excited.
It was very fun. I highly encourage, if you're thinking of going to a knit festival or a fiber festival, to go.
Let us know if there's any that you're planning on going to within Ontario, and maybe we can try and be there. The next one is actually this weekend.
Yeah.
May 25th, Fergus Fiber Festival. I don't know if this video will be up by then, but that one's a good one. I think the one after that is Muskoka.
I was thinking of going to that one. Val's going to be there again. Sticks and Stones is going to be there also. Yeah. So
yeah, it would be fun to go again. Muskoka's a bit far though.
Yeah.
So we'll have to plan that. But we will try to be there. We'll try to get better videos this time. But yeah.
Yeah, we hope you enjoyed the haul and our thoughts on Knit City. And hopefully in the next video, you'll be seeing some... Oh, we didn't talk about what we're wearing.
Oh.
Should we, like, film this as separate?
No, we can just say it now.
Okay, well... What are we wearing?
Well, I'm wearing the Talia tank top by, I think Riley Knits. I think it's by Riley Knits. I used Truboo yarn. I don't think that's all I have to say.
Okay, cool. Well, yeah, we unintentionally matched today. We're training.
We had no idea.
This is a Breezy long sleeve that was a whip in the last podcast episode by Kiss Kiss Rhinestones. And it's done now, and it's blocked. Yeah. And I'm wearing it. And
we'll talk about it more on the next episode.
More details to come.
Yeah. Anyways, we hope you enjoyed this episode. And feel free to leave some comments because we love reading them.
It was very sweet. We are really appreciative of the great feedback we've gotten so far from our first episode.
The main feedback is Tiffany needs to talk louder. Hopefully this mic is better. Let us know if it's not.
Yes. And we're sitting closer. So there's not like a weird gap between us.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Bye.